Hello everyone, good afternoon. Let's continue with the topic. So yesterday we have started with array, right? What is array in Java? Array is a data structure. Technically, array kya hai? Array is a static data structure and which can help you to store all the similar type of element, right? So in array there are two different types. Like we have single dimensional array, we have multi-dimensional array. And there are two ways to define the array, है ना? अब define कैसे करोगे array को? You are able to define the array in two ways. जैसे कि example, one way that using new keyword you can declare an array, and there is another approach that where you can declare an array directly with a literal. So let me show you. If you want to create this array, let's say 10, 20, 30 का अगर array create करना है, how exactly you are able to create it? So I can write in this way. अगर normal technique से करना है new keyword से तो ऐसे करोगे, right? Just give the name of array and the array variable signature. Fine, the square bracket, which is very important. And then you can just write new. Again you can write data type and यहाँ पे define करोगे size. ठीक है? अगर इस way से define करोगे तो you have to declare it. You have to initialize the array separately. मतलब आपको लिखना होगा array of 0. It is equal to something like this 10. Array of 1, it is equal to 20. Array of 2, it is equal to 30. Why? Because every array internally, whenever it will store some data, so index, it follows a particular index value. You know, for every index or array index start always with a 0. So the first element will be stored at 0th position. Second element will be stored at 1 position, and third element will be stored at 2nd position. That means 2. Correct? So these are what? These are called index value. How to calculate length of the array? We have length variable. Remember the point. We have length variable which will help you to calculate length of the array. तो ये था one technique. जैसे आप new keyword से declare करोगे. If you want to declare with literal, which is very very simple, है ना? Literal में तो ज़्यादा कोड लिखना भी नहीं है. You have to start with again data type, array variable name, and here no need to mention any size, nothing. Just write in a set, मतलब ऐसे curly brace लिखो and यहाँ पे आपका data define करो, something like this 10, 20, 30. So automatically it will create internally 3 memories and it will store 10, 20, 30. है ना? Again position will be the same 0, 1, 2. Very simple. So whatever you have prepared in multiple line, you are able to write in a single line only. This is an array representation using literal way. What else we can do? Yes, the concept remains same. Every time if you want to calculate length of the array, you are just going to write here again length variable. So array is a static data structure. Array always store similar type of data in a continuous memory location. And this is the example for one dimensional array. एक single dimensional array को आप implement कैसे करोगे? तो this is the way to implement single dimensional array, right? So in the last class we have seen multiple example. So number of arrays we can declare. जैसे कि example integer type का array. Then how to declare string type array. How to declare any double type of array. Yes, any type you can follow. And one more point we have seen how to iterate a array. So guys, कोई भी array को iterate करने के लिए again there are two techniques. Okay, let me show you. So this time I have this array which has 3 different elements 10, 20, 30, 0, 1, 2. This is the index value. Okay. How you can apply traditional for loop? See, you are going to just write something like this for integer. I should start with 0. I should be less than equal to, or yes, directly length apply करोगे तो just लिखो less than. Suppose this is the name of this array ARR. So I will be writing ARR dot length. मतलब कहाँ तक iterate करना है तो जो भी original array का length होगा वहां तक iterate करो, है ना? And then I will say I plus plus. And finally, how we can fetch the data? So obviously you just need to write one more time array variable name and that index value you can pass. You will able to see the data. So it will return you in this way 10, 20, 30. This is a normal iteration. But guys, अगर array को iterate करना है तो there is a one more way. As I told you, there is a one more for each loop available, that we can follow only whenever you have data in the collection. मतलब group में अगर data है, bundle में है data, right? In that case only you can use that for each loop. Every time we don't follow. but only in the case of array collection you can follow. So what is a particular for each loop? How you can simple write that? Let me show you. Its syntax is very simple. ठीक है, मतलब generally आपको start करना है obviously for. Now what is the type of this array? ये कौन से type का array है? This is a integer type array. So you have to just again start with integer. Provide any reference variable name. Suppose I'm giving here I variable. You have to just apply here double colon. ठीक है, मतलब simple एक colon, not double colon, only colon. And then you have to write array variable name. कहाँ से डेटा पास करना है आई के पास? इट इज जस्ट लाइक अ पासिंग कॉन्सेप्ट, यू नो. So I'm just going to pass my data from this array to I. That's it. And no need to write any kind of initialization, condition, and increment, decrement. In fact, no need to fetch data like this. You can directly write system.println I. So for each loop is very quick loop. जहां पे आप लोग क्या कर सकते हो? एरे को क्विकली इटरेट कर सकते हो. सो हाउ इट विल इंटरनली वर्क? लेट मी शो यू. व्हाट विल हैपन, यू नो, फर्स्ट एरे एलिमेंट. सो एरे का पहला एलिमेंट क्या है? 10. 10 विल पास टू आई. आई विल पास टू दिस इनर लूप. ओके, तो आई के पास एलिमेंट है, सो द कंडीशन इज ट्रू. नाउ आई हैव समथिंग, देन आई विल गो टू हियर एंड इट विल सिंपल, यू नो, प्रिंट दैट एलिमेंट. नेक्स्ट टाइम एरे विल पास व्हाट? सेकंड एलिमेंट टू दिस आई. So independent element you are passing and it is just printing, nothing else. Very simple. And yes, in this way you are able to iterate an array. So let me show you. Suppose directly I'm applying this for the last, you know, last element or last array. So guys, already we have you know, prepared here some array, and let me show you. This is a traditional array, and suppose after this I will be applying, you know, the new for each loop. Then how exactly we can iterate? Let me show you. Here how to write for integer. कौन सी टाइप का array है? तो integer टाइप का array, because these marks are now integer type. So I will just create integer any variable colon and you have to write marks. ठीक है? And then what we are going to do? We are just going to write it here, that particular ith variable. That's it. Now let's see the result. Go to run as Java application and see the result, everybody. So ये initial result है. Let me scroll down. Yeah, and can you see this? After this asterisk, you are able to see the same. Length of the array is 5. Yeah, and then you can see the marks at third number position. You are able to see that 40. है ना? Then length आपको आ रहा है. Then traditional for loop का result, and after, you know, those star, you are able to see this for each loop result. So everybody clear? So in for each loop, you don't need to maintain any initialization part, increment, condition checking. No need to write this. But ये कहाँ पे applicable होगा? In general program can be right? No. Only whenever you are following array. Only whenever you are following array and collection, you can use this. So everybody clear? क्या for each loop को declare कैसे करोगे and simple execution कैसे करोगे array का? Tell me. Is this clear to everybody? How to declare a for each loop? Let me show you one more time. Suppose this time I am taking one more array. Okay? Everybody just observe. So consider, I'm just writing, okay, fine, string. Let me take this time string array. What is string? Let's say string is subjects. Fine, subjects array hai mere paas. And I'm just going to maintain some subjects. Example, maths. Okay, let me write maths. And okay, just do one thing here. I will be writing some automation tools. That will be great, right? So let's see. So I have, let's say QTP, fine. I have, let's say collection of Selenium. So let me just write Selenium 2. Okay, then we can write here what? Suppose test link, right? Okay. Then I can simple make a collection of Jira, fine. So these are various automation tools. Okay, how many elements I have in my array? Total tools कितने मैंने define किए हैं? 4 tools, correct? So let me show you. If I am writing in this way, okay, fine. Total tools, you know, are, and how we can calculate that? You just need to write what? Tools dot length. This is a length variable जो आपको return करेगा total elements or total length. Then if you want to iterate, yes, we can directly declare for each loop. Yeah. So in for each loop, what we have to write? No need to write any condition and all ना. Just आपका array कौन से type का है? तो tell me, tool ये array कौन से type का है? Tools array आपका type है string. So you are just going to write here a string type. Then you can write any variable name, apply colon, and then just write that array variable name. That's it. And then internally you can just print it. What you are going to print now? Every tool will pass to whom? Ith variable, right? तो हम यहाँ पे print करेंगे ith variable को. And now let's see what is the result of this. So you can see total tools are 4 and this is the list, है ना? QTP, Selenium, TestLink and Jira. So everybody clear? How to represent a single dimensional array, how to calculate total length of the array, and how to iterate that array. Yes, everyone. So array is a static data structure and we are able to store all the element, in a continuous memory location. Suppose tomorrow, and only similar type of data we can maintain. But tomorrow I want to create something like this. Example, I'm just going to creating something like this. So you guys tell me the answer. Suppose I want to keep some employee details, okay, and I will be creating something like this. Suppose employee name is Sarang, okay, and obviously the gender is male, and Sarang is locating from Pune, and suppose his age is 30, or maybe his salary is something 79 or 78.90, okay, something like that. And this is what? Employee array. How we can implement this? Tell me now, you guys tell me, ये कैसे implement होगा? Array का definition क्या है? Array is a simple static data structure which can store all the element which is of same type. तो क्या ये same type है? Tell me. How we can implement such a array? No. बस यहाँ पे problem क्या है? This is a string type. Then this is a single character. This is again string. ये 30 मतलब integer. By default, any number is integer. And what is this? Consider. Very good. So how we can implement such an array? Then do we have any solution for this in Java? So this is a very famous interview question. Okay, important question. So yes, we can implement such an array. What we are going to do? This is your primitive type. And mostly we can call it is primitive type. जैसे कि string तो class है, but character, integer, double, these are primitive type. तो every primitive type, if we convert, जैसे कि string है मतलब this is a object, है ना? अगर string है मतलब Sarang is a object, Pune is also object. So can we convert this every primitive into object? Yes or no? यहाँ पे हम conversion कर सकते हैं ना? Primitive to object. अब मुझे बताओ object में मतलब कहाँ पे? Character अगर होगा तो character class में मुझे define करना होगा. Then अगर integer है तो integer class. Double है तो double class. What are these? These are called wrapper class. But guys, again there is a problem. Wrapper class में define करोगे तो फिर what the type you are going to write to the array? So we should have some common type where we can implement, where we can use this data in the form of object. So we are going to use one more type of array that is called object type of array. So object is a super class in Java, everybody, right? Object is a super class in Java. So we can create every element in the form of object only. So yes, it is possible. How we can declare? We can take the array type now, object type. Let me show you this beauty, okay, in Java. So very first, let me just provide some separator. And now let me show you this part. So how we can implement? We have to just write object. Example, now you can provide an array variable name. Suppose this is my array variable name is equal to. And here I can maintain, okay. So what we have to maintain, see the first name is a Sarang, okay. Then मुझे क्या maintain करना है? Suppose character is obviously male. Then मुझे maintain करना है its location. जैसे कि his location is Pune. Then I'm going to maintain maybe his age, let's say 30, and maybe his salary, consider 78 point something, let's say 90, right? So I have maintained this data. So internally what will happen? Every element, whatever you have written, it will be converted in the form of object. And now Because of this, मतलब ये जो wrapper class है, you don't need to do it separately. You know, character, integer, double, no need to do this. Whenever you are saying object, so automatically it will convert primitive to object, right? So this time, if I print, see this, total elements. Let me print total elements. So you are able to see here ARR dot, which my variable, so length variable. And if you want to iterate, same. But can anybody tell me what type I should define here now? What is the type of my array? I should write string, character, integer, double. Which type I should follow? Tell me. This time, what type we can write? Obviously, why you are thinking? It's very simple. Object. Array का type क्या है? Object type. So just write object I what? Array variable name. That is ARR. And yes, what we can do? Just print the I. Everybody clear? It's pretty simple. And just execute it. See the result. Sarang M Pune 3078.9. Yeah? Everybody clear? So we are able to print this object type of array. So yes, it is possible. If you want to represent any data, you know, in the form of object, then we can take array type as an object itself. Now let me show you the debugging point. You know, as I ask you, you know, so if you want to understand the concept, how the code is working, you can just prepare debugging, right? Let me show you now. If I start, you know, testing or debugging from this line number 59, suppose marks array से हमें run करना है. So let me add debugging point on this line. So I will be just double clicking on that debugging line. And then, you know, you will get one dot over there. That is a debugging point, breakpoint we can call. And then you can run your application in the debug mode. So debug as Java application and see this difference. So guys, there is a one more difference, you know. Internally, whenever Java will prepare any object, ठीक है, तो object के लिए JVM क्या करेगा? JVM will assign one, you know, ID for that. So for every object, JVM will assign one ID. So as I told you, array is internally implemented in Java in the form of object only. तो इसके पहले मैंने 3 arrays को prepare किया था. तो have you seen this? Yes, like just observe SID. What is coming here? ID. Why? Because SID ये array type variable है. तो array type variable is nothing but internally implemented as a object. So automatically for SID array object, you are able to see some ID which is coming from or which is allocated from JVM. ये पार्ट समझ में आ रहा है? सैलरी नाम का हमने एक array क्रिएट किया, उसका भी एक ID है. सी मैंने अगर इसको एक्सपांड किया तो सी these many location, these are the index value and this is the information whatever data we have stored at that particular index. अगर सैलरी को एक्सपांड करोगे तो देखो 2 सैलरीज मैंने डिफाइन किया था, लोकेशन पे 3 लोकेशंस मैंने डिफाइन किए थे. सो व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? यू कैन सी लाइक अगर आपका डेटा इंटीजर टाइप का है तो 10 20 इज दिस डेटा और ऑब्जेक्ट? इट इज जस्ट अ डेटा. क्यों? बिकॉज सी देयर इज नो ऑब्जेक्ट अवेलेबल ना, वी हैव स्टोर एवरीथिंग इन द फॉर्म ऑफ डेटा ओनली, ऑल द इंटीजर टाइप ऑफ डेटा. बट जो एरे वेरिएबल है, यू कैन सी एरे वेरिएबल के लिए क्या है? स्पेसिफिक आईडी है. SID is pointing with this array. तो इस array में जो डेटा है वो इंटीजर टाइप का है, बट ये array वेरिएबल है तो इसको ID है. सेकंड, सैलरी इज आल्सो array वेरिएबल, तो इसको भी एक सेपरेट ID है, बट दिस इज नॉट यू नो ऑब्जेक्ट. तो 89.99.78 जो भी है इसको ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं बोल सकते आप लोग, राइट? इट इज जस्ट अ डेटा. सो वी आर नॉट एबल टू सी एनी ID फ्रॉम JVM. Why the location? And for every location, why we are able to see the ID? Tell me, who is going to tell me the answer? String में आपको हर एक location पे why you are getting ID? Because string is internally
object
as a string implemented as a class and it has stored everything in the form of object. So very good. Pune, Mumbai, Delhi, ये क्या है? It is not only string type. I will say it is a object type. तो स्ट्रिंग में पुणे एक ऑब्जेक्ट है, स्ट्रिंग टाइप में मुंबई एक ऑब्जेक्ट है, दिल्ली आल्सो वन ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्ट. सो फॉर एवरी ऑब्जेक्ट यू आर एबल टू सी दिस आईडी. नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट फ्रॉम मार्क्स. सो टेल मी, वी आर गोइंग टू परफॉर्म नाउ डीबगिंग फ्रॉम मार्क्स. तो अब क्या होगा? मार्क्स कौन से टाइप का है? ऑब्जेक्ट टाइप का है क्या? नो, इट इज जस्ट अ इंटीजर टाइप. बट मार्क्स इट इज अ array variable, तो JVM will assign one ID for marks, but JVM will not assign any ID for these numbers, है ना? So let's see. If I go to the next step, see marks is simple allocated here with some ID which is assigned by JVM. If you expand it, just observe. These are the values, है ना? 40, 50, 20, 40, 30, and see the index value also. It is available. When you just go to the next line, see it will print. Okay, third location पे क्या था? तो 40 था. Okay. इसके बाद आप देख सकते हो. Now this line is highlighting. So the arrow will show you which is now the next execution statement. If I run, I will get the length. See the length is 5. Okay. If I execute next one, see this time it will perform iteration now. Okay. So ये बस data है. So let me quickly do the iteration. See, and I am able to see the all values. So this is a one more for each loop से iteration है. देखो. And if you want to observe here, the ith variable is created. Okay. For each loop का I. And see this. This time in this way you are able to see the result. देखो. Now when you go to the string, see the difference. When you go to the string जब create होगा, ठीक है? Next time if I click on next line, see अब string create हुआ. Let me show you here. Tools create हुआ, but tools में ये string type का है, तो string will store everything in the form of object again. So you are able to see all these IDs or which is assigned by JVM to every element of string. तो QTP के लिए separate ID है, but we are not able to see for 40, 50 ना, because यहाँ पे store हुआ है only data. But जब string type create करते हो तो string is itself class in Java. तो string में जो भी declare करोगे that will be considered as a object itself. So you are able to see the ID. है ना? This is the difference. Now if you go to the next, let me show you for object. Let me iterate quickly. Yeah. Now I'm going to show you for object. What will happen when you apply object? See this. Run it. ठीक है? अब देखो यहाँ पे object create होगा. देखो array नाम का object create होगा. So it is a type of object type and it is assigned with a particular ID. है ना? Okay. Let me expand it. Can you see? In object type, whatever you have stored, it is internally stored in the form of wrapper. Yes or no? सारंग एक actually string है, but जो character value था m, जिसने wrapper class में store किया, पुणे, है ना? It is string. Integer 30 को store किया है as a integer, double value को store किया है as a double. So whenever you take object type, every element will be stored in the form of object, and so you are able to see this ID is equal to 69, 71, 64, 28, same this kind of IDs you are able to observe. So it is clear to everybody why we have this kind of object concept. Obviously इसको run करो, ये iterate करेगा and it will show you the complete execution. जब debugging हो जाएगा, one more time you can just go to this option, just go to the open perspective, go to the plain Java, again you can click on open. So you will come back to again main actual package explorer. So everybody clear? In this way you are able to design single dimensional array. And ये debugging point को याद रखो, object type आप use कर सकते हो to store everything in the form of object. Fine. Now let me show you, ये तो था single dimensional के लिए. What about if I want to store anything in a multi-dimensional? So guys, this is the second type of array, multi-dimensional, which is again very very interesting. तो multi-dimensional में generally हम लोग use करेंगे, this concept we are going to apply in testing J framework also. ठीक है? तो जहाँ पे आपको table में कोई structure है, and if you want to read it, how you can do that? So this is again very interesting and simple concept. So multi-dimensional matlab, this is also we can call it as two-dimensional, where you can see data is represented in the form of row and column. So consider अभी के लिए एक छोटा सा example. I have these 2 rows and 2 column only. So this is my row 1, row 2. This is column 1 and column 2. And I just want to store something like this: 10, 10, 20, 30, and 40. How exactly we can implement this array? So guys, जब 2-dimensional या multi-dimensional array है, the signature, that means syntax is different. Okay. So let me show you. Again, this array also we can implement in 2 ways. So I will be showing you both ways. First, using new keyword. How you can implement this? So you have to start with a data type, right? What is a data type? Obviously integer. So I will be writing integer. Suppose this is what? Again array. Fine. तो कोई भी reference variable दे दो. But this time this array represent multiple rows and multiple column. So I will be writing here 2 different square boxes. ठीक है? ये multi-dimensional. This indicate यहाँ पे कुछ rows and columns है. ठीक है? Is equal to, you have to write new, again same data type and 2 square boxes. Here you can represent row count, here you can represent column count, मतलब cell count. कितने rows है कितने column है अभी के केस में? I have 2 rows and 2 column. Everybody clear? In this way you are able to declare multi-dimensional array. Point is clear? Now the very tricky part, how to assign a data. Yes, every time see you need to check that row 0. अगर ये 0 से start होगा, obviously 0 से start होगा array indexing. This will be column 0, column 1, row 0, row 1. So I just want to store where the value, I just want to store the value at this position where the row is 0 and where the column is 0. So how we can write that? See, same array of 0, 0. मतलब 0th row, 0th column, क्या? 10. Okay. Array of 0, 1. मतलब 0th row, again first column. कौन सा value? 20. Then next row. We will come to the next row. Next row means row number 1, column number 0. तो value store करना है 30. Row number 1, column number 0. है ना? Then I will say array of what? 1 and again 1. So row number 1, yes, and column number also 1. Which value? It is 40. Everybody clear? In this way you have to write. अगर आप new keyword को follow करोगे तो. So let me show you this part. How we can declare multi-dimensional array using both way, new and again literal way. So let me again go to the package. Here I will be creating one more separate class. This is my I will say dimensional array. Let me just write multi-d array. Fine. And let me take main function. Right. And here I will show you first way, that is using new keyword. देखो, you just need to start with data type. ठीक है, integer. Suppose this is the array variable name. Now it is a multi-dimensional, so need to write 2 square brackets. Then new. Here you can write again data type, and here you can maintain the size of row and size of column. So this time I just want 2 rows and 2 column. Done. Let's initialize the value. So I will be writing array of 0, 0. It should be 10. ठीक है. Similarly, I will be writing now the next element. So let me just copy. This is the first row and this is the second row. ठीक है, देखो अभी. So I will be writing 0th row and first column. Which value I just want? I just want 20. ठीक है, this is my second particular value for first row. Then मुझे यहाँ पे लिखना होगा first row 0th column value should be 30. ठीक है, and just give a semicolon. So I will be writing here semicolon. And then let me accept the last here. So first row and again first column value should be 40. So I will be adding here 40. Done? Yes. So I have declared, I have initialized the array here in this way, right? This is the row number 1 and this is the row number 2. ठीक है? चलो अब क्या करना है? Suppose very first I need to go to the calculate length. But this time I will calculate number of rows and number of columns. So let me show you how to write a logic. Number of rows. Number of rows के लिए simple logic define करो. You can just write, okay, fine. Whatever the length of array will be there, that is the number of rows you have. मतलब आपको लिखना है ARR dot length. This will calculate number of rows. And अगर आपको calculate करना है number of column, तो need to remember a logic. You can't directly automate number of column. Try to understand. Number of columns अगर आपको simple return करना है, तो columns में you have to start with a row first. मतलब आपको लिखना होगा array of any row. Suppose I am taking 0th row and then I am taking what? Length variable. तो ये return करेगा आपको number of column. Example C. If I execute, what is the result? See, you will be able to see 2 rows, 2 column. है ना? तो हमेशा याद रखना ये लॉजिक. मैंने ये मैट्रिक्स के टाइम पे मतलब पैटर्न के टाइम पे भी बोला था, राइट? यू हैव टू स्टार्ट विथ रो, देन यू हैव टू गो टू द सेल एंड देन यू कैन कैप्चर अ वैल्यू. दिस इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग लॉजिक, यू नीड टू रिमेंबर. तो हमने वही किया. वी हैव स्टार्टेड विथ रो एंड देन वी हैव कैप्चर अ लेंथ. तो एक रो में जितने भी लेंथ से एलिमेंट्स है, दिस विल रिप्रेजेंट कॉलम. ठीक है, कितना लेंथ है एरे का, दिस विल रिप्रेजेंट नंबर ऑफ रोज. ठीक है, अब लेट मी शो यू. सपोज आई एम मेकिंग चेंज इन अ कॉलम. मैंने कितना किया कॉलम? आई हैव रिटर्न देयर इज अ थर्ड कॉलम आल्सो अवेलेबल. सो अब मुझे आंसर क्या मिलना चाहिए? लेट्स सी. ऑब्वियसली कुछ डेटा पेस्ट नहीं करोगे, यू विल बी नॉट एबल टू सी दैट. बट अभी देखो मिल रहा है ना, कॉलम का आंसर मुझे 3 मिल रहा है. यस और नो? मैंने यहाँ पे अपडेट किया साइज में एंड यू आर एबल टू सी द सेम लेंथ. तो हाउ मेनी कॉलम्स यू हैव? यू हैव 3 कॉलम्स बट 2 रोज. एवरीबडी क्लियर? सो ये एक टेक्निक है जहां पे आपको नंबर ऑफ रोज, नंबर ऑफ कॉलम यू आर एबल टू कैलकुलेट. लेट मी मेक अ चेंज अगेन. ओके, आई विल कीप इट 2 ओनली. So the point is, okay, fine, length तो capture हुआ. Now how we can iterate it? Iterate करने के लिए again first we will talk on normal for loop and then I will show you what is a for each loop. So yes, please tell me how I can automate or how I can iterate this array where I have 2 rows and 2 columns. What is the logic? You have to start with the first row. First row capture every element. When it is completed, come back to the next row and again capture every element. Correct now? Row wise capture karo. So here if you remember, it's like a pattern example. है ना? You have to write nested for loop. Yes or no? एक row के लिए, एक column के लिए. Let's see. For integer, I should start with which number? Tell me. Array है तो कौन सा number? 1 से start करूँ या 0 से start करूँ?
0.
Very good. 0. So I will be writing here 0. Then where to go? Suppose इसका नाम array है ARR. So I will be using what? I should be less than ARR length ना. अब कैसे capture करना है length of row? Length of row you will get total rows कैसे मिलेंगे? Array dot length है ना? And then I will say I plus plus. Yes, ये हुआ row के लिए. Now we have to write for column. Suppose integer j. Again j should start with 0th column है ना, ये भी 0th ही है. Then it should simple travel till what? Till the row. कहने से जितना भी रो काउंट होगा, कंप्लीट रो में जितने भी एलिमेंट्स है तब तक आपका इटरेशन होना चाहिए. तो वी शुड राइट इन दिस वे array of either आप कोई डायरेक्ट नंबर लिखो, डायरेक्ट रो, और यू कैन डायरेक्टली राइट व्हाट? दैट ith वेरिएबल. इट्स अप टू यू. I dot length, because anyways I में मैंने लिखा है 0. And then I will be writing again j plus plus. So j should be less than, okay, not I. J should be less than of array of I dot length and j plus plus. This is the logic. ठीक है? And finally हम क्या करेंगे? Obviously you can just write system dot println array of I and j. दोनों को capture करो तो you will able to see the result. जैसे एग्जाम्पल सिंगल एलिमेंट को फेच करना है तो कैसे करोगे? सी दिस. लेट मी शो यू फर्स्ट फॉर सिंगल एलिमेंट. Suppose I'm writing ARR 0 of 1. ठीक है? What is the result of this? Tell me. It should print what? It should print what? 0 1 location पे क्या है? 20. Yes or no? Suppose I'm writing this one. Let me write. Suppose I'm writing this one. ARR. Let's say 1 of 1. What is the value? Tell me which value you will get. 1 of 1 पे क्या है? 40.
40.
Suppose I'm writing this one then. Suppose I'm writing array of 0 and 2. Can you guys tell me what it will return to me?
Nothing.
Null.
Garbage value.
Garbage value, sure. What we have discussed yesterday, what you will get?
Out of bounds.
Very
Out of-
good. Array index out of bounds exception. Do you remember? Concept remains same, guys. Single dimensional ho ya multi-dimensional. If this is the index which is not available, because I have created only 2 rows and 2 columns, na? So second, agar aapne diya index value, that means what we are giving? We are giving column. See, this is a column which is not available, and I'm asking, okay, go to the 0th row and go to this next column. Yeah, but this second number column is not there. So it will immediately return you array index out of bound exception. Remember the point, okay? So I will just execute and let me show you this part. Can you see initial result? Number of rows 2, number of column 2s, 20, 40 you are able to see. But on which line you will get the exception? On line number 23. If you observe this, see line number 23 and which exception? Array index out of bounds exception. So index 2, it is out of bound for this particular, 2 size of array. So let's see, index 2 is out of bound for length 2. Yeah, this is the exception you are able to see. So remember this point. फाइन. एंड नाउ लेट मी शो यू, ये तो हुआ इनिशियल, मतलब सिंगल सिंगल वैल्यू को कैसे फेच करोगे फ्रॉम द एरे. बट नाउ इफ यू वांट टू गो टू इटरेट, so what you are going to do, it's very simple. See the first traditional for loop, you are just going to write I should start with 0, I should be less than a double r dot length and I plus plus. ठीक है, यहाँ पे इटरेट करो कॉलम के लिए. इंटीजर j should start with 0 and j value should be a double r of I, okay, dot length, remember, okay, and then I will say j plus plus. ठीक है, कोई भी ith वैल्यू तक जाओ. ओके, लेट मी राइट ith हियर. ठीक है, एंड देन वी कैन सिंपल राइट हियर अ कोड. सपोज आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग हियर array of, you know, ij, सपोज I, एंड देन मुझे लिखना है नेक्स्ट array of j. So what is the result of this? Let's see. If you execute, whether you are able to see that 10, 20, 30, yeah, we are able to see that. Let me do one thing, I will be adding here some separator, so we will understand the result. Yeah, now it is clear. Let's see. Yeah, so can you see 10, 20, 30, 40? But yes, we just required in table format. So let's mix, you know, some changes here. Yeah, see, print method use karo, hai na? We have already seen the logic. And then you can come back to the next, and here you can just apply println, hai na? Let's see now. Just go to run as Java application. Can you see the table like format? 10, 20, 30, 40. Everybody, ये clear है how you can iterate an array? This is the way. But now, as I told you, we have a direct solution ना. ये same program आप एक अलग way से भी कर सकते हो. Yes, कैसे? Iteration अगर करना है तो for each loop भी हम apply कर सकते हैं. How we can do that? Let me show you. Suppose I'm printing the statement here also, and this time let me show you how you can apply for each loop. Now you guys tell me, okay? You guys just help me that how we can convert this traditional loop into for each loop. So this time, let me explain the logic first. So we are talking about two-dimensional array. Okay? I have 2 rows, 2 columns, 10, 20, 30, and 40. Name of array is array. Okay, A double R. Now this time, I just want to apply for each loop. So what is the syntax for each loop? We are just going to write for. The type of array is integer. Suppose I'm taking ith variable and colon, and I'm just giving here a double r. So first of all, in single dimensional array, okay, this loop was enough to write. मतलब एक for loop आप ऐसे लिखोगे तो that is a correct. That means why it is correct? Suppose this is a SID, so I'm just passing here SID, so it is correct. We are passing only single element at a time. मतलब SID से पहले 10 पास होगा, then 20 होगा, then 30. बट जब आप ये सिंगल डायमेंशनल था गाइस, जब आप मल्टी डायमेंशनल ट्राई करते हो तो मल्टी डायमेंशनल में यू आर नॉट पासिंग अ सिंगल एलिमेंट, एक्चुअली यू आर पासिंग कंप्लीट रो. मतलब एरे से अब क्या पास होगा, सिंगल डायमेंशनल में बस एट अ टाइम 10 पास हो रहा था ना. सो वी आर एबल टू प्रिंट दैट आई एंड वी आर एबल टू सी द रिजल्ट एज अ 10 फर्स्ट एलिमेंट. बट एरे से अब क्या पास होगा, not first element, it will pass complete row, whatever the number of elements will be there, complete row. So remember a logic, जब आप complete row pass करोगे, this is not sufficient, this ith variable is not sufficient to accept multiple element. I बस accept करेगा at a time one element. So guys tell me, if I just want to accept now all the element whatever will be there, how I should declare I? Because integer I can store one value. अब मुझे लिखना है कि I should store 10 plus 20.
New.
Okay, not new. What we can do? We can just declare like this now. We can declare ith variable as an array variable. Yes or no? What is the logic? You just need to write I variable as an array variable. Why? Because this time we are passing 2 elements to this I. इन सिंगल डायमेंशनल एट अ टाइम एक ही एलिमेंट पास होता था, बट अब आपका कंप्लीट रो इस वे से पास होगा. रिमेंबर, आई मीन, आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग एवरीबॉडी? क्या ये क्लियर है? व्हाट वी आर पासिंग दिस टाइम, सिंगल डायमेंशनल में एट अ टाइम एक ही वैल्यू पास होता था, दैट इज 10, ओनली 10. रिमेंबर दिस लॉजिक, ओनली 10 इज पासिंग. बट मल्टी डायमेंशनल में लॉजिक क्या है, इट विल पास कंप्लीट रो गाइस। तो कंप्लीट रो array से पास होगा i के पास, so I'm just creating here array. तो this is now we have created what? सिंगल डायमेंशनल array. अब आपको पता है ना सिंगल डायमेंशनल array में अगर कुछ डेटा है तो क्या करना होगा, ऑब्वियसली नेस्टेड. वन मोर फॉर लूप, आई विल राइट इंटीजर j comma what, where the elements are 10 20 कहाँ पे है, इट इज अवेलेबल इनसाइड अ ith वेरिएबल. तो हम इसको पास करेंगे i के पास, मतलब i to j, and then you can just print j, you are able to see the result. Point clear? One more time I'm explaining, listen. In single dimensional, at a time only one value we are able to pass, so only one for loop is enough. But multi-dimensional में आपको row wise data pass करना है. तो first time I'm just going to create I variable as a array variable, because I का current value कितना है 10, 20. अब जब आप j वेरिएबल क्रिएट करोगे तो I is passing which value, I is first time passing only 10 to this j. तो पहला एलिमेंट प्रिंट होगा 10, फिर मैं पास करूंगी 20 to j, फिर एलिमेंट प्रिंट होगा 20. नेक्स्ट टाइम देयर इज नो एलिमेंट तो कंट्रोल गोज टू I, अगेन इट विल पास नेक्स्ट रो. सो अब आया 30 40 है ना. अब 30 पहले पास होगा j के पास, तो यू विल एबल टू सी 30, देन 40 पास होगा, यू विल एबल टू सी 40. So this is the concept for multi-dimensional array. I hope it is clear. Yes or no? Let me show you. Suppose हमने डायरेक्ट लिखा, suppose मैंने लिखा okay fine for integer I colon array. See whether it is allowing or not. Okay, just observe. क्या ये allow कर रहा है? नहीं ना. Why it is not allowing? See what is the error here? It says that okay fine जो भी array है it is type mismatch. Cannot convert from element type integer array to integer. मतलब ये array itself array है, आप array से directly multi dimensional array से डेटा को I के पास नहीं कर सकते. तो you have to write here what? Directly square bracket. So I'm passing array, that is nothing but row wise data. Remember this logic only. You are passing row wise data in a in a multi dimensional array, and single में बस data pass कर रहे हो, one data. ठीक है. So मुझे एक और फॉर लूप रिक्वायर्ड है. आई विल से फॉर इंटीजर j कोलन I. अब I से जो भी है हम एक एक एलिमेंट को j के पास करेंगे एंड सी वंस यू प्रिंट j यू आर एबल टू सी द रिजल्ट. देखो पहले रिजल्ट, वेरी सिंपल 10 20 30 40. बट इसको भी थोड़ा सा फॉर्मेटिंग करो, यू विल गेट द आंसर. मतलब थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे स्पेस दे दो, प्रिंट एलिमेंट को प्रिंट में मेथड में कन्वर्ट करो, and after inner loop just go to the next row, है ना. See this now. So you are able to see 10 20 30 40. Everybody clear? Yes, क्या ये पॉइंट सबको क्लियर है? How we can go for each loop?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So I can show you some multiple example. तो ये तो था new keyword से. Now how we can represent using literal. Literal से करोगे तो कैसे करोगे? Let's see. तो if you want to declare with literal, तो मतलब direct element है ना. That is very best technique I can say. Like no need to write initialization separately and declaration separately. आप लिखो जैसे example integer है. And this time also I just want to define some marks, okay, and row wise marks, subject wise marks, something I'm just making some combination. So I will be creating something like this, and obviously set ही create करना है, मतलब curly brace, and curly brace में जितने भी rows है उतने curly brace implement करो. मतलब ये first row, comma second row, comma third row, comma fourth row. So मैंने कितने rows implement किए? ये जो set है ना, number of set, nothing but rows. इसमें क्या डेटा पेस्ट करना है आपको? सी आई जस्ट वांट टू राइट 10 सपोज 20. देन सेकेंड सेट में मैंने लिखा 30 40. ठीक है. सो ये 50 60. नेक्स्ट मुझे लिखना है सपोज 70. ओके, लेट मी राइट 70 80. सो टेल मी हाउ मेनी रोज, हाउ मेनी कॉलम आई हैव? एवरीबडी थिंक एंड गिव मी द आंसर. आई एम जस्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग यू रोज. रोज है, नंबर ऑफ सेट आर नथिंग बट रोज. तो कितने रोज कितने कॉलम? सोचो.
Four rows, 2 columns.
वेरी गुड. 4 रोज एंड 2 कॉलम. डेटा कितना लिखा है मैंने? 10 20. उसके बाद 30 40 है ना. एंड यस दिस सेमीकोलन, सी सॉरी दिस कॉमा शुड नॉट बी देयर. 10 20, उसके बाद 30 40 50 60 एंड देन 70 80, मतलब बस 2 ही कॉलम्स हैं एंड रोज कितने हैं, तो 1 2 3 4 रोज आर देयर. लेट मी शो यू नंबर ऑफ कॉलम्स. सी, एंड सपोज मैं लिखूंगी मार्क्स. कैसे कैलकुलेट करना है, मार्क्स ऑफ, कोई भी रो के पास जाओ एंड जस्ट लिखो लेंथ, है ना. एंड यस, लेट मी चेंज इट टू 0. मैंने ओ लिखा था बाय मिस्टेकली. चलो, let me execute it. Yes, can you see number of rows are 4 and columns are 2? Yes, we are getting absolutely correct answer. Now, can I implement directly for each loop? Yes, it's very easy now. कैसे? तो suppose I'm starting with one more time. Integer है ना, तो integer I, and this element should be array element. Why? Because multi-dimensional में ये पहला element array declare करो, and obviously you have to follow nested only. So just write I colon what? I will be writing here marks, है ना. Okay, let me write properly marks. Okay, and then what we are going to do, तो ये ith वेरिएबल के पास पहले marks को पास करेंगे. Okay, why I am getting here error? Just a minute. I guess it is not allowing us duplicate local variable. It is saying, let me take a. Fine, a को पास किया and then one more for loop. I will be writing integer b colon a. ठीक है, तो मतलब a से फिर b में पास करो and final result कहाँ पे है, तो it is inside a b. तो मैं बस थोड़ा सा फॉर्मेटिंग करती हूँ for direct result. I will say b थोड़ा सा space and come to the next line. Yeah, after one row is completed. पूरा रो होने के बाद सेकेंड रो के लिए नेक्स्ट लाइन पे आओ. And see this, once you execute, what is the result? Can you see 10 20 30 40 50 60 70 80? Yes, in this way we represent a multi-dimensional array. So this is a one more way that you can try. Okay, literal way से भी आप लोग क्या कर सकते हो, you can start writing or declaring your array. Today I will be giving you an assignment. You guys need to try it. So let's see. Let me show you some more example. Example, suppose I'm declaring some string. Yeah, string. Let's say location. Okay, location multi-dimensional and it's pretty, I can say the multiple rows and column we can implement. Let me show you 2 rows now. So in this rows, I'm making something here. Suppose I'm writing here Pune. Okay, Pune and some combination. Let's say Mumbai. Okay. Then I'm writing, suppose location is suppose Satara. Okay, and suppose I'm writing here one more location. Suppose it's Delhi. Yeah, let me just write Delhi. Fine. तो कुछ uncommon location लिखा है मैंने, but still it is okay. And suppose I'm just trying to iterate. तो obviously string है, ये string data है, तो पहले string लिखो. String of void what I can say x colon or string of I colon. This time I guess I variable. Okay, it is again saying duplicate. Let me do one thing, x colon, and I will be writing here single dimensional array, and let me just write location. Fine. So yes, this time I will be writing one more string. Let me just write string, and suppose this is y colon x. I'm passing data from x to y, and then I'm just printing what? Suppose print. And here I'm just writing what? Y को print करो, थोड़ा सा space add करो, and when the first row will complete, it should come to the next row. That's it. So obviously 2 rows, 2 columns, you are able to see in this way. Can you see Pune, Mumbai, Satara, Delhi? Everybody clear? Right? So do one thing, take one assignment. I want these credentials to be printed. And focus everybody. Suppose जैसे कि orange HRM में है ना admin it is a name, first string name, and the password is a combination string with some number. Then maybe there is another name tester1 and test123, it is a password. Tester2 and test123, it is a password. If you have this kind of combination, what type you are going to define? क्या आप नंबर डिफाइन करोगे, स्ट्रिंग डिफाइन करोगे, व्हाट टाइप वी कैन यूज? वेरी गुड, वी कैन यूज ऑब्जेक्ट टाइप ऑफ मल्टी डायमेंशनल एरे. सो कैलकुलेट, ओके, डिक्लेयर, डिफाइन दिस एरे फर्स्ट, ऑब्जेक्ट टाइप ऑफ एरे. नंबर ऑफ रोज को कैलकुलेट करो, नंबर ऑफ रोज, नंबर ऑफ कॉलम को कैलकुलेट करो, ठीक है, एंड देन इटरेट करो. इटरेट यूजिंग बोथ लूप. ओके, जस्ट फॉर अ प्रैक्टिस, दोनों लूप से 2 टाइम इटरेट करो. एक पहले ट्रेडिशनल फॉर लूप से इटरेट करो, सेकंड अप्लाई करो फॉर ईच लूप. एंड एवरीबडी, व्हाट इज द असाइनमेंट नंबर? क्या नंबर है? 5th 6th 7th 8th?
9.
Okay, good. So assignment number 9, this is the array. You just need to implement this type of array. And I just want in this way output. Admin 1 to 3, tester 1, tester 1 to 3, tester 2, tester 1 to 3, something like that. Okay, I hope it is clear. Fine. So chalo, let's stop the session here. Complete the assignment. Tomorrow we are going to start with a string class. Very, very interesting class and very, very important class also. So array topic is completed. Just go for a documentation, guys. In case of any query, you can ask me. We will discuss on the same. So अभी तक हमने बस बेसिक को कवर अप किया, राइट? फिर हमने array को कवर अप किया. Now the main topic string, and after string I will start with object oriented programming principle.